Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. If you are new here, my name is Sarah and we are a minimalist family who is living big with less. And today I am doing a whole house deep clean with me. This is the first time in like forever that I do not have any kids at home, and I am going to go through my house from front to back and show you how I get it done. So if you are looking for a little bit of cleaning motivation, or you are just curious as to seeing how I make it work, stick around. Okay guys, it feels like it's been a hot minute since I have done a cleaning video, but this last few weeks we have had a lot going on. We lost a very close friend to us, and so we've just been working through all those feelings, as well as all the things, changes, school, busyness, family life, YouTube channel, business stuff. It's all been happening. So I have a free day and I'm going to go through the house, like I said, from top to bottom, front to back, whatever you want to call it, and really give everything a nice, good, deep clean, because things have been neglected, as they always are when you're in a period of change and a lot happening. If this happens to you sometimes, life gets on top of you, this is how I reset the house. The fact that we are fairly minimal for a large family, I think helps that process to be a bit quicker. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about OCD and what it's like when you have OCD tendencies. So when you tend to get obsessive about different things, whether it's cleanliness, it can be a whole range of things. It can be repetitive behaviors. There is a common myth that all OCD people are clean. That's actually not true. Some people have completely different. Some people's tendencies are actually to collect things and to clean only certain areas of their home. So it's a really broad spectrum. And so I'm going to be speaking just about how OCD affects me, what I do to keep it under control, because we've been through such a lot this last couple of weeks. I've noticed that my anxiety has been quite high, and that's when I tend to slip into my OCD tendencies. So having a day like this where I can do some really good calming cleaning, I can feel on top of things without letting those tendencies rule my life, but still allowing myself the space to create a home that is comfortable for me, so I'm also not going insane. So let's get into it. I'm gonna have a little chat with you today. So it's like a chatty, clean with me, full clean. It's gonna be fun. Let's get started.
You've been hiding in the shadows way too long. You always thought that you were weak, but babe, you're wrong.
Anytime I am doing a kitchen clean, one of the things I like to do is just give my fridge a quick once over, check if there's anything there that shouldn't be, that's gone bad, that I need to let go of or use up, and that way I stay on top of it all the time.
Cause you're a work of art.
As you guys can see, my kitchen was pretty good on this day. If there is anywhere in my house that I try and stay on top of, it's my kitchen, and that works really well for doing a deep clean. It means that I'm not trying to clear off all that surface stuff, and I can really focus on doing a deep clean and cleaning my sink is up there with one of my favorite jobs to do. I find it so satisfying. I probably do it way more than necessary, but a shiny sink in the morning, in the evening, I absolutely love it. Any opportunity I get to do it, and it just feels like the center of the kitchen is clean and then everything from there flows out. Because I have a glass cooktop, every time I use it, I feel like it gets these marks on it and they drive me nuts. So the thing that I have found the absolute best for cleaning it off, and I've tried like everything on the market, is this product called Scrumption. It's like gumption. It's a really light abrasive and it just works so well. It gets those little marks off without scratching the glass, and it looks so good when I'm finished. If your house is like mine, you probably have lots of little fingers that are messy and sticky, and so I find that I really need to wipe these bottom areas of my kitchen probably at least, every other day, and also my front of my fridge. For some reason the camera doesn't pick up how gross it gets, but it just gets like sticky and there's finger marks. And so what I have found works best for that is actually a glass cleaner and a glass cleaning cloth. This is like a brushed stainless steel fridge, so it doesn't get that many fingerprint marks, but it looks so good and so clean after I'm finished doing it with the glass cleaner.
Across the ocean, baby, what you say? We can leave today. Anywhere we'll go, we'll be alright. It's all about you. It's all about you.
Okay guys, I want to talk about the plant. You guys have seen it in the videos, and I've had a few comments saying, did you get a plant? Because if you've been around for any length of time, you will know that lots of minimalists are big on plants. And this is why I can't have nice things, because this was a gift and it was so thoughtful, but the cat eats it. I don't know if this is going to show you, but the kids have they found a ladybug in the garden. I don't know if that's going to show it. And so they put other grass things in there for the ladybug to eat, and the cat keeps eating the leaves, and it's not doing well. So plant people, please look away. Look away. I am thinking that this probably won't live much longer, but I might replace it with a fake one because I do like the little pop of green there. Yeah, this is why I don't have plants. It's bad. It's bad all round. So there we go. I'm good. I've kept the cat alive for like a year now, guys. I've kept all my kids alive. So it's only the plants that I can't keep alive. So we might just have to accept this is how it's going to be. But yeah, no luck with the plants. Let me know down in the comments if you're here to usher plants from one side to the other.
I was standing outside waiting for you. You were always taking time, baby, playing it through. I was calling out your name, but my eyes on the wall. You were running like a ghost from me. You were running from it all. You got me waiting.
couches down in our family room get the most use out of all the couches in our house. So every now and again, I like to just give them a really good deep clean. So I vacuum all of that dust and dirt out. I don't know how much stuff gets trapped down here. It's really gross. But then once I've given it a really good vacuum, these couches are just microfiber, and I just give them a really light wipe over with a microfiber cloth. I just find it gets off that sort of dirt that sits on the top layer and keeps everything looking really nice. My light blue couches, I can actually remove the covers and just wash them, but I find doing this once a month really helps to keep them in good condition, even though we use them all the time.
One thing I notice when I am starting to feel those OCD tendencies kicking in is that it feels like the room is shouting at me, and that everywhere I look, there are things that I should be doing. And so sometimes one thing that I have found helpful is that I make myself complete just one task at a time, and then I say to myself, look, I'm never going to get absolutely everything done, so I'm just going to focus on getting as much done as I can and completing as many jobs as I can. So for example, when I start vacuuming, I will notice that the door track needs to be done, and so my instinct is to go and do that right now. But I stop myself and I'm like, no, just finish this job that you're doing now, and then if you have time later, you can go back and do it. And obviously that sense of urgency is something that I have to remind myself is not true. So there is no one coming to check my drawer tracks and is going to be upset with me if I don't clean them. So as I start to calm myself down, this can be really common, especially if you have ADHD, that, the next thing feels urgent, or if you struggle with anxiety or OCD, that those things can feel super duper urgent. And so something I found really helpful is just completing the tasks that I am doing right now before moving on to the next one, and knowing that, I'm one person and I can get done as many things as I can get done, stopping and having some coffee, just trying to make this experience nice and calm when those urgent feelings come up, that they're not true for me, that, I'm in control of them, and that as I relax and just, what gets done gets done, progress over perfection, I start to calm down and just accept that, it's fine. It's okay that not everything will get done. And, it just stops me also from becoming obsessive about how a job is done. So, if left to my own devices, Hufflepuff, my coffee machine makes noise. If I'm left to my own devices, I would take a toothbrush and clean all the grout on my tiles, but obviously I don't have time for that, nor is that really the best use of my time, even if I did have time for it. So just try and remembering that completing a task, moving on to the next one, and not letting those urgent feelings take over me are things that I found super helpful.
I'm holding on
because of the type of rug this is, I do just find that sometimes, even though I use my Dyson on it almost every day, that there's some things that just get trapped in between the fibers. So every now and again, I just like to give it a deep clean with sort of like the precision nozzle on my vacuum, and it just helps to get down deep into the rug and make sure that anything that's trapped in there is released, and it leaves it feeling really clean.
If we keep our faith, sometimes I'm like a whisper in a riot, but I grow stronger, keep believing in.
I don't know if this happens to any other cat lovers, but I hate moving her to make my bed, and she is very unhappy with me moving her so that I can make the bed, but I left it as long as I possibly could. But I do promise you she returns once it has been made for her.
Sometimes I'm like a whisper in a riot, but I grow stronger, keep believing in me. Say you're believing in me. You're believing.
As you guys know, if you have been around for any length of time watching my cleaning videos, my kids really like to switch their rooms around, so pretty much assume that anytime I'm going to do a cleaning video, someone is probably sleeping in a different spot. But I had specifically told the kids not to worry about it this day, that I was going to go through and give their room a good deep clean. I just like to do this probably at least once a week. It just lets me make sure that there's no stuff stuck behind their beds. It gives me an opportunity to put anything that doesn't belong in those rooms away and give it what I call a mummy clean. And it just helps the kids to be able to stay on top of it by themselves.
Say you're believing in me. You're believing in me. Say you're believing in me. You're believing in me. Say you're believing in me. You're believing in me. Say you're believing in me. You're believing in me. Lightning strikes by my window, hits my chest right in the morning, like a warning. Could have slept here for days. I felt your heartbeat, felt your mouth breathe, but it's not real. We were close to see the sun, but clouds got in our way. And so every night I dream it, I'm starting to believe in what you say when I'm sleeping, that you need me. And every night you long for a little bit of touch, then you say we belong before the dawn. Used to think you could say.
So by far for me, one of the hardest obsessive behaviors that I have is around clothing. So I really struggle when I'm feeling bad with letting people, like anyone in my home, myself especially, but if my kids, anyone, wear clothes more than once. So like pajamas, jackets, the whole shebang, using towels more than once. it gets really hard for me because I get these intrusive thoughts that tell me that things aren't clean. And so I work really hard to find a better balance with that. So sometimes letting it go and retraining my brain that everything's okay, and that anytime I try and overexert control in an area of my life, that's probably an indication that something else is going on and that there's something a little bit unhealthy about it. So for the most part, I do really well. I still probably wash more than necessary, but for the most part, it's not an issue, and I keep on top of it. But today I'm going to go through and give my laundry a really good clean because the cat, she just makes a mess in here, and I want to get on top of some laundry, and so I'm going to get that all happening and making it work. So if you have something like this in your life, like a behavior that you know is a little bit hard, I would really encourage you that even just knowing that it is hard for you is sort of half the battle, and once you're aware of it, you're a little bit more likely to keep it in check. So that's half the battle if you know what is a trigger for you, or if you can start to practice some things and see that everything is fine if someone uses a towel twice, and that, I remind myself, this is just me trying to take control in an unhealthy way. I'm much better off doing something that's better for my mental health than worrying about people wearing clothes twice. So if that's you, you're not alone. I'm right here with you, being vulnerable, showing you all of the things that I do that are weird. So I'm right here with you. Drop me a comment down below anytime if you are struggling with anxiety or depression or OCD or any of those things that can affect your mental health. I would love to support you, and we have a whole group of people here, whether it's on our Facebook group at Small Changes or here in the comments, that just, we totally get it. Everyone's on a journey and we've all got our quirky things, and the more we just accept it and try and do our own thing and run our own race that little bit better, the better we'll all be for it.
I've got something on my mind. I bet you know what I'm thinking about. You know I can't stop loving you. Every time when you're looking at me, it feels like my heart is skipping a beat, yeah. You know I can't live without you. You make me crazy in a good way. So come on, baby, let's talk. Let's talk about love, like you and me all night. And let's talk about love and feeling alright. And let's talk about love, yeah, baby, come and dance with me. You're everything I'll ever need. So let's talk about love. Can I take you out tonight? Kiss you in the moonlight. There is no place I'd rather be. Come on, girl, we can take my car, drinking some beers in your favorite bar, yeah. You know I can't live without you. You make me crazy in that good way. So come on, baby, let's talk. Let's talk about love, like you and me.
Now I'm just moving down to our media room or our living room, and I had been folding, washing and got interrupted, but now I'm just going back to give the whole room a really good once over. I don't know about what your rules are like, but before I was a mum, I would say things like, I'm never going to let my kids eat on the lounge, and that has been determined to be a lie because I try and avoid it as much as possible, but then I end up giving in to like popcorn. And so this lounge is like the comfiest lounge ever, but it has like so many nooks and crannies. So it is the most satisfying thing to vacuum this lounge. It's like, sounds like a poker machine because like all the dust gets sucked up into the vacuum. It's my favorite thing ever. But I do like to do this probably at least every week if I have time, because it gets gross. And then about once a month, I like to take like just a microfiber cloth and some like oxy powder like you would use in your washing machine, and I wring out that microfiber cloth really well, and then I just give it a once over on the couch. That way it just lifts off any of those like watermarks or any stains that might have gotten on the couch, and then it leaves it smelling really fresh and clean, as well as just making sure that any of those stains get lifted off straight away.
Watch me, just follow every move. Touch me, let me know you want it too. Don't have what you need.